take a look at this arrangement of Devil's Dream. This is a really fun melodic fiddle tune, and it was actually one of the very first melodic banjo tunes played in bluegrass. This is one that Bill Keith arranged originally and played it in Bill Monroe's band. It's generally in the key of A, but we're going to take a look at it in the key of G first, but I would recommend once you get the notes under your fingers, just put your capo on and you can start playing it in A, because that's what everybody else will be playing it in if you play it at a jam. So let's take a look at it. This starts off with middle finger at the 7th fret of the 2nd string, and we're actually playing a square roll. It's going to go thumb on the 5th string, index 2nd, thumb on the 5th, and middle on the 1st. Now that's the first phrase. That's the sound of the very first phrase. And you're going to play that 3 times, so it's going to sound like this. All right, so once you're done with that, we go into the next phrase, and we're going to put middle on the 1st string, open. And then we're going into this C position. We've done this quite a few times already, but middle finger is going to go 5th fret, 2nd string, and we pluck that with index. Then back to 1st with middle, and then I'm placing index on 3rd string, 5th fret. I pluck with thumb. We're kind of running down the scale. Index hits 2nd. Now that first 2 measures sounds like this. Okay, now that goes to an A minor. The first 2 measures were just G. Now we're going to an A minor, and we do a pretty cool chromatic descending line in this next 2 measures. So we're going to basically also be playing a square roll. We're going index is on the 3rd string, 5th fret, pluck with thumb, index on the 2nd. Then we're going to place our ring on 7th fret, 4th string. We've seen this a handful of times throughout this course as well. Pluck this with thumb, middle on the 1st. And we keep repeating this first note we played at the 5th fret, 3rd string, back to the thumb on the 3rd, then index 2nd. And what I'm doing is I'm creating a line that's moving down the 4th string in half steps. I'm just going to play it for you to where you can hear what this sounds like. It's going to go. So that's a pretty neat little sounding chromatic lick that is just going down the 4th string. So this goes thumb on the 3rd, index 2nd, thumb on the 4th, ring on 7th fret, 4th string, pluck with thumb, middle on 1st, then back to 3rd string, 5th fret, index 2nd. And now I just place my middle on 6th fret, 4th string, pluck with thumb, middle on the 1st. Now I'm shifting a little bit. I'm putting my ring on 3rd string, 5th fret, and then my middle is going to go 4th string, 5th fret, and then I'm doing another square roll, thumb on the 3rd, index 2nd. Then I place my middle down on the 5th fret, 4th string, pluck with thumb, middle on the 1st, and one more half step down, and I'm going to pluck 3rd string again, index 2nd, and now index of my left hand is on 4th string, 4th fret, and I pluck with thumb and middle on the 1st. So slowly, that's... a little bit tricky, but it's got a neat sound when you put it all together. And now we're back to that first thing that we started with, middle on 2nd string, 7th fret, and we're doing another square roll, strings 5, 2, 5, 1, 5, 2, 5, 1, 5, 2, 5, 1. And then this is the second ending, basically. We're going back to middle, second string, 5th fret. We pluck with index, middle on the first, open. Then we place our index on 3rd string, 5th fret, pluck with thumb, index second. And then we do a descending and then ascending line. We're going thumb on 3rd, index second, ring hits 4th string, 7th fret. Then we start to ascend again, index back to 2nd. And then I'm going to shift middle, or actually I'm going to place my ring back on 3rd string, 5th fret, pluck with thumb, middle on 1st. And now we're back to this familiar shape we've used before. Index, 1st string, 4th fret, middle, 2nd string, 5th fret. We pluck that with index and middle, 2nd and 1st. And then we got thumb on the 5th, middle 1st. We're open now. Index 2nd, middle 1st. And then thumb hits 3rd string. And that's a quarter note pinch. So those last 2 measures goes slowly. So that's the A part, and you will play that one more time. So this form is AABB. So now let's take a look at the B part. All right, so the B part is the same phrasing, but the melody's a little different. This actually starts completely open, and what I'm doing is a pretty simple roll. I'm just going to be using thumb and middle for this whole first measure, and I'm going to be going thumb on the 2nd, middle on the 1st, thumb on the 3rd, middle 1st, thumb 3rd, middle 1st, thumb 3rd, middle 1st. So I've seen Bill Keith use his index on the 2nd string. I first learned this from Alan Mundy, and he's very pro thumb for playing a lot of melody notes because of the power that it gets. So you can try it different ways, but this is just one way you can do it, and I really like to use the thumb as well because I feel like it drives the rhythm. So here it is in time. All right, now that's the first measure of the B part, and then it does that one more time in the next measure. Thumb on the 2nd open, middle 1st, then thumb on the 3rd, middle 1st, and then we're back to our 5th fret position. We're going to have our middle back on 2nd string, 5th fret, and then pluck with index, middle 1st, index is placed on 3rd string, 5th fret, pluck with thumb, and then index 2nd. And now we're going to an A minor. That was a G again. And we're going to that. Similar to the A part, but we're not doing the descending thing on the A minor. We're just going thumb on 3rd, index 2nd, thumb 4th at the 7th fret with the ring, middle 1st. Then it's just basically a square roll. Again, 3rd string, 5th fret, index 2nd, thumb 4th, middle 1st. And then one more time, thumb 3rd, 2nd string, 4th string, 1st string at the middle. And we're kind of ascending now. We're going to place our middle back on 3rd string, 5th fret, middle 1st, and then I'm going to put my middle finger on 2nd string, 5th fret, pluck with index, middle 1st. So that section of A minor is going to sound like this slow. Okay, so that was half of the B part. And now we're doing the second half, and it's just like the first half. We're starting open again, thumb on the second string. We're going to play that same thing. And that last two measures of the B part was just like the last two measures of the A part. So just kind of compare those because there's a lot of repetition. So make sure you identify the repetition to where you don't feel like everything you're learning is something completely new. That's how these fiddle tunes work, or banjo tunes. There's just a lot of repetition in there to where you're going to see some of the same things in the A part that you saw in the B, vice versa. So just kind of take note of those things as you're learning the tune. But anyway, this is a really fun tune to learn. Take a look at the tab to just double check your right hand and just kind of watch me for the left hand on the video. And try your own things. It doesn't have to be just like how I do it. Something might be more comfortable for you. So anyway, have fun with this one, and we'll see you at the next lesson.